Today we're going to talk about relationships. So this topic comes up frequently when I'm coaching with people, and I wanted to talk a little bit about it today. What I want you to know about relationships is that relationships are all in your mind. Relationships are made up of three things: what I think of me, what I think of them, and what I think they think of me. That is a relationship. Those three things create every story you have about every relationship in your life. Now, you might be thinking that that's not true. You might think that what the other person actually thinks about you plays a bigger role, or the interactions that you have together plays a role also, but it doesn't. In your mind, you get to think whatever you want about the relationship. Your interactions together just help you develop the story of what I think they think of me. But we don't actually ever know what another person thinks about us. Even if they come out and tell us something they think about us, we don't know if that's actually what they're thinking about us. So all we have is the story in our head of what I think they think of me. This is why you might have two friends with very different views about their relationship. The one friend might be thinking that everything's going great and everything's wonderful, and the other friend might think that they're losing the friendship or they're being rejected. It's because the relationship is all in the person's mind. This is also why we're able to develop a relationship with someone who doesn't even know that we exist. This may have happened to somebody you know or to yourself before, where you have somebody that you really admire or look up to, and you start to feel like you have some similarities, some things in common. You develop a friendship, a connection with them, and they still have no idea who you are. This is possible because relationships are all in our head. So when we want to improve a relationship, it's super important to understand where the relationship is created, because that is the only place where we will be able to improve it. So often we try to improve a relationship by controlling the other person's thoughts about us, but we can't ever really do that. We have no way of knowing what they're actually thinking or how to make them think certain things about us. And when we try and show up in that way, it manipulates the relationship and it makes it an inauthentic relationship. We're not being who we really are. So when we want to work on a relationship, we need to work on the three things that are creating the relationship in our mind: what I think of me, what I think of them, and what and how often I think about what they think of me. So let's consciously think about relationships in these ways. Let's make relationships better by thinking better of ourselves, better of the other people, and better of what they might be thinking about us. That's how we'll create amazing relationships.